Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content. Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Friday, happy Black Friday. So gonna be kind of a shorter video here. We spent the day at the turkey run at the Daytona International Speedway. I did a short this morning, but beyond that, I was struggling, guys. So I didn't really video anything. We did buy some stuff, and I have that in front of me here that I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, it was interesting. So first thing we got was a brake pedal pad, okay, for the 40 Ford. So as you guys know, it was a 4-speed, and we converted it to an automatic. So we had the smaller pedal pad for the brake. We wanted a bigger pedal, but it needed to have a provision to have the stud here on the side, not just in the middle. And this has that provision. So there's a threaded hole here and a threaded hole here. So that'll allow us to have a larger brake pedal. And this actually matches the gas pedal and everything that's in there. So that problem solved on the 40 Ford, which is good news. I also bought a pair of the valve cover gaskets for the 1963 Chrysler 300 for the 383 big block. As you guys know, when we went to the Big Daddy Don Garlett's car show, Mopar show, I want to say like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I picked up a set of factory Hemi orange valve covers, because the ones that I have on the car now are the old school really thin Moroso valve covers and air cleaner, and they're, you know, painted black and it's faded. I mean, it's just not a good look. But the biggest issue is on the driver's side, the valve cover leaks. And it's because that metal lip on the end got bent up, and we can't really get it flat and to seal. So to fix that oil leak, which is a pretty good oil leak on the Chrysler, this will do it. So between those valve covers and these valve cover gaskets, we should solve that problem. And these are the reusable ones. They're the rubber with the metal steel wire that goes through, the seal core. So that should solve that issue. Also at the same time, I've been looking for an air cleaner, and I've been thinking about doing like a fin kind of thing and whatnot, but I saw this and I thought, you know, that's pretty cool. 383 4-barrel chrome air cleaner. It's nothing crazy, but it is what it is. And it's the correct sticker and all that. I just thought it was cool, so I bought it. It was like $35. Brand new with the filter and everything, so I figured why not. So this will be the new air cleaner for the Chrysler 300 for the 383 big block. And then for the top, okay, where it threads on to the carburetor stud, I bought this little spinner. It says Mopar in the middle of it. It's got the Mopar logo. So got that. I also, just for nostalgia's sake, when I was growing up and we were working at the car club, me and Dad, we always had this air cleaner that went on everything. It was one of the Edelbrock. You guys know this air cleaner. Just a 4-barrel, nothing crazy. Guy had this for $10, so I picked it up. So it'll go on something. I'm always searching for an air cleaner to throw on something because we got so many motors laying around. But more or less for you know, nostalgic sake, pick that up. So didn't spend a ton of money. Show was great. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have diabetes, right? And so, and just recently found out, like in August, but I probably have had it for a while. And so I'm doing fine. I don't have to take insulin or anything like that. It's type 2. But I do have an issue that is becoming harder and harder for me, which is my feet, right? I've got a little bit of neuropathy where my feet go numb and my toes get cold and burn, and it's weird, right? And wearing socks usually helps. Going barefoot is not a great idea for me at this point. It's something I'm learning to deal with, you know. But I did, walking around the show today, my feet were really, really bothering me to the point where they were starting to go numb a little bit, and I had to sit down, right? And so I sat down several times, but we walked for like 7 hours, pretty much non-stop, right? Other than a couple little breaks. So, you know, but long story short, I did find while walking around the swap meet, a guy selling diabetic socks. And so I bought a pair. I bought 3 pairs for $5, and I thought, why not try it, right? That's why you have socks laying here. And that helped. So if you do have it, maybe these will help you. I don't know. But they helped a little bit. But yeah, not a fun thing. I'm totally fine. Normally, like working in the garage and stuff, I'm good. It really bothers me at night, laying in bed and trying to fall asleep, and you know, sometimes driving and things of that nature. So, you know, anyway, not that you guys needed to know that, but yeah, that's part of the reason I didn't really film anything. One, I forgot the camera. 2, but I did have my phone, but I was just struggling to kind of get through it. There was just so much to see, and I really wanted to see it and not have to kind of bow out early, and we were kind of getting to that point. So I apologize for not having a lot of footage of the turkey run like I told you I would. I kind of had a medical deal that kept me from that a little bit, but we did pick up some stuff. And on the way home, we did call my Uncle Greg, who lives in Cincinnati, and he has a really good, freshly rebuilt transmission. It's a Turbo 400 that he's going to give to us. So in a couple weeks, we're going to Cincinnati for Christmas. My brother still lives up there. We got family up there, and we're going to pick it up. So we have a really good rebuilt Turbo 400 to go in the to attach to the big block 454 that is going to go in the Apache, right? So that's kind of exciting. So Uncle Greg, if you're watching this, thank you, sir. Really appreciate you. But otherwise, guys, I think that's about it. The show was really good. There were some really good deals to be had. They did have a Corvette there. Well, they had a lot of Corvettes, but they had a Stingray. I believe it was a 74. It was silver. Interior was good. It was still there, decent. Body was decent. Had a motor tranny, all the thing. It did not run. It was a project car, but not terrible, right? For $3,200, I think you probably could have got it for 28 or 25. Cash would have talked today on this with this guy. We did see several pickup truck cabs and pickups. They had a 58 Apache there, a green one. The guy was selling a super nice car, or nice truck, but he was asking like $79,000 for this thing. It was ridiculous, and it was a nice truck, but it wasn't like gonna win the Riddler Award. But it was a nice truck. That was kind of shocking. One of the things I did notice walking around there is the prices of vehicles, project cars and cars that are done, completed cars that are for sale, seems to be creeping up a little bit as we go here. I mean, that probably has something to do with the election and so on and so forth. But you know, it felt like there was a lot of people there for a Friday, and that it was people were spending money. So that's a positive thing. What else did we do? What else did we see? Oh, Apache. So I have been trying to find, I thought they were wood, but it's actually an aluminum bed, okay? So figure the wood planks that are in the bed of the pickup truck of the Apache. They have, there's a company that does aluminum beds that look like wood, right? They're painted to look like wood, but they have murals on them. One of them had like a fighter bomber, like a B-17, with a couple Corsairs flying around with a pinup girl and all that. One had an American flag, kind of a rustic American flag look. I'm interested in doing something different, and they're willing to do that for me, which is cool. So I think that might be the bed I go with, is one of these custom painted aluminum beds. I think I might go for that. It would totally make the back of the truck. It would make it very, very, very different. So thinking about that, and yeah. So also talked to the my transmission guy was there, David Crane. Any of you guys that are in Florida looking for a 4-speed, I can personally vouch for this guy. He's a great guy and a hell of a transmission builder, 4-speed guy. I talked to him. I want to put a 4-speed manual in the Chevelle, in the 65 Chevelle SS, behind the 283, the factory 283 that came out of it. Originally the Chevelle had a 283, had that 283 with a Power Glide automatic, 2-speed automatic. I don't want a 2-speed automatic in it. That's just boring. I don't want that in there. I apologize if you have a 2-speed automatic. I want something fun and cool. It's a Chevelle, it's a muscle car. I want it to be that, right? So we're gonna put a 4-speed in it. So I talked to him about building me a 4-speed, and he thinks he can get a date correct 65 M20, Muncie M20, and build that for me. And here over the next couple months. So that's probably something that'll happen. And then we'll have everything we need. Now we do already have the bell housing, clutch pressure plate, flywheel, all the things from the 40 Ford. It's all the same stuff that we saved when we took the Saginaw 4-speed out of the 40 Ford. So I have all the other bits to put made the transmission up to the engine, clutch, and all the things. So so that's kind of exciting. We got a lot of drivetrain stuff actually here or coming. So for several projects. So that's kind of exciting. So yeah, guys, that's what I got for you. We had a great time. Shows going on for the next, I think tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow's the big day of the show. If you're on the fence about going, you should go. There's a lot of good deals there. I could have spent a ton of money. Make sure you make it over to the pit area, especially if you have a classic truck, like a GM truck. You could have built 50 pickup trucks from the amount of patch panels and floors and doors and all the things that this one place had. I forget the name of the company, but it was all brand new sheet metal. Was there. I mean, my fenders, everything for the Apache was there. I didn't get any of it because we're going to try to save ours first before we go down that road, but it was there. Boy, it looked very pretty, and we kind of wanted it, but yeah, really excited for what we got. Solving some Chrysler problems, which is not something that you normally find in Chrysler parts. Finding our old air cleaner that I've been looking for forever. Even though I see it, I forget that I want it. Fixing the brake pedal issue on the 40. And we are actually getting ready here probably tonight. Going to order a new carburetor for the 40 Ford. It currently has a Holley 670, 675 Street Avenger with the electric choke. It was a rebuilt unit. We have some issues there. It's got a stumble and it just fouls out plugs. It does weird things. So we're buying a brand new Eldebrock 650 ABS2 with the right fuel fitting with the banjo and all that from Speedway tonight with their Black Friday deals and everything, and have that coming for I guess for me for Christmas. So for the 40, so 40 Ford's coming along. Really the Chrysler's coming along. I know this is a never-ending saga. Most of you are going to laugh at me when I say this, but the guy in California for the Chrysler that has the rear window seal pulled that out today apparently, and I should have it in the next week or two. So for those of you following along at home, I need that window seal as bad as I need air to breathe. They don't make it, you can't get it. It's a 1 year specific rear window rubber seal. He had a good one in a car and he took it out for me. And I know I mentioned it before, they've been getting hit with that bomb cyclone thing and everything's been flooding up there. It's been terrible. He's been sending me pictures of everything flooding in his yard and everything. I get it. I wouldn't go out there and break the window out of a car either and pull out a window seal, but that should be coming. And if that gets here, I'll go ahead and get the glass guy to put my rear window in the Chrysler, which would be huge for us. That needs to happen, guys. Like desperately needs to happen. If more than anything, to save the car, right? I mean, it's not like the car's falling apart, but it needs to not fill the water, right? I need to get the glass back in it. So, working on that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching Brown's Riding Custom. Really appreciate you. We will be back tomorrow, back on Don's 1957 Chevy Bel Air. We're going to try to get the rear bumper on it. I think I have a rear bumper here. I have 2 boxes with bumpers in them. I just don't know if it's one big front bumper or 2. So I need to get that open. I'd like to get the front or the rear bumper on it, the trunk seal, the door seals, the door locks, the door handles, the door dome light, interior dome light switches. I'd like to get them in and wired up. And I'd also like to get as much of the taillights assemblies in as I can, whatever I have. I know I'm missing parts. But that doesn't mean Don doesn't have them at his house, right? So I just don't have them here. But I know I have new taillight assemblies. So I want to get those in. I want to get them wired up. See if they have bulbs. I have no idea. If they don't, send Don to get bulbs and kind of start making things work, right? Get the new fuses in the fuse panel, untape the dash, all of those things, right? And I need to adjust the passenger door just a tick still, and then see how things work and how they fit, right? And kind of go down that road and work our way to building the dash and assembling the dash, and then working our way to getting the steering column in it, the shifter rod down to the transmission, getting it to where it goes into gear, getting the core support on, inner fenders and fenders built, assemble the front, so on and so forth, run the new headlight wiring, yada yada yada, and then hopefully, you know, next couple of days we'll have glass in it, front and rear window, and yeah, so I'm gonna try to build this car with extreme haste to try and get it done in the next week or two. I'm gonna say week, and then if it turns into 2, it turns into 2, but I'm gonna go with a week and pray for luck. And from there we'll see where we get. Hopefully we'll be able to drive around the neighborhood. We have to bleed the brakes. We have to do that too. And see if it's got any leaks or air leaks or any of those things on the lines and whatnot. So stay tuned. Whole lot more coming, guys. Like I said, tomorrow we're right back on Don's and see where we get. I'll bring it all to you. And I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We did. And over here. And talk at you soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe.